Hey guys, Ellie here. Today I am at Longhorn Lester's and I came up with a really fun idea for a video. Y'all know that I'm you could call me a trivia guy. I've made several videos in the past of me going around showcasing the animals. I've even used some of my cousins, even my dad and Jamie before, to kind of make videos to where in some way, shape, or form we're asking trivia questions and you guys get to play along. Y'all seem to really enjoy those kind of videos, so I figured let's make another one. Today's version will be Trivia Ostrich Edition. I will give y'all 10 trivia questions about ostriches. As you can see, Carl and his girl's ready to play. The baby's not nearly as much, but that's okay. And without further ado, let's get right into it. We'll start off with the easy one for the first question. Okay, question number 1. Ostriches are the world's largest bird. True or false? I will give y'all about 10 seconds to make your guess, and then I will show y'all the correct answer. No cheating. And he's using the bathroom. Gross. That's an allusion to a question that you'll see later on. Okay, it's been about 10 seconds. The answer is true. Ostriches, as you can tell right here, are indeed the world's largest birds. I can go up here next to old Carl. I can make the camera, like, look, let me show you like this. Y'all see how high his head is above me? He's about 8 feet tall. It's definitely the world's largest bird. Okay. Question number 2, which is going to be a little bit harder. How many stomachs do ostriches have? A, 1, B, 2, or C, 3? 10 seconds. Okay, the answer is C. Ostriches have 3 stomachs. And I'm guessing one of the ostriches broke the law because I hear sirens in the background. What did y'all do? Never mind, I think it's one of the donkeys just committed a crime. And they're hee-hawing saying, it wasn't me, it was somebody else. Okay, moving on. All right, guys, question number 3. I will give 3 facts about ostriches. All 3 of them are true, but 2 of them will also be true about other birds. Only one of these 3 facts is only applicable to ostriches and not any other birds. So which one is the one that only applies to ostriches? A, ostriches secrete urine and feces separately. B, ostriches are flightless birds. Or C, the males take part along with the females in the sitting on of eggs during incubation. 10 seconds. If y'all ever notice how goofy their faces look if you just sit there and kind of watch them for a bit? Look how derpy those faces are. And the answer to the question is A. Ostriches are the only bird that secrete their urine and their feces separately. All other birds do it simultaneously, it's like together. I'm pretty sure the hole that it comes out of for other birds is called the cloaca. All right, question number 4 coming right up. All right, guys, these next 2 questions, question number 4 and 5, will be about the eggs of the ostriches. Let's begin. Question number 4. How many times larger is an ostrich egg than a chicken egg? A, 12 times larger. B, 24 times larger. Or C, 36 times larger. Don't worry, I won't subject y'all to my little singy song again. Hello, Carl. Hello. I don't know which one that is. I don't know if that's Tad or not. Oh, that was a hiss. What? Uh-oh. What? That was so mean. What'd you do that for? Poor baby. No wonder they're daddies, boys and girls. My dad always talks about how they prefer their dad to their moms. That's probably why. Probably dad doesn't do that to them. Anyways, the answer to the question is B. Ostrich eggs can be up to 24 times larger. Alrighty, guys. Question number 5. It's getting kind of hot out here, so I may need to speed this up. Question 5. True or false? Ostrich eggs are the smallest in proportion to their size, to the adult size. So in other words, an ostrich egg is the smallest egg in proportion to the size of the adult amongst all birds. 10 seconds. Sorry, guys. I know the question sounded kind of complicated, but I'll try to simplify it after this. Okay, it's about 10 seconds. The answer is true. Ostrich eggs are, in fact, the smallest in proportion to the size of the adult amongst all bird species. And now you might hear the word small and hear the word ostrich egg, and think to yourself, what? That's not true, Ellie. Ostrich eggs aren't small in any sense. I've seen your dad and Jamie's videos. They're way bigger than their whole hand. They dwarf chicken eggs. They dwarf duck eggs. They're bigger than every other egg, so they're not small. And you're right. I never said they were small. I said that they were the smallest in proportion to the size of the adult, as you can see. So like the egg is big, don't get me wrong, but the size of the adult is that much bigger. Think about a chicken egg. Although a chicken egg is really small, an actual chicken is pretty small too. I know proportions and ratios is kind of complicated math, so the best way that I could simplify it is like this. I hope I explain it well. But basically, picture a jar of cookies as an example, random example. Picture a jar that has 8 cookies in it. And let's say you were to take 2 cookies out of the jar of 8 cookies. What you just did was you took out 1/4 or 25% of all the cookies in the jar. 2 cookies may not be a lot, but you took out 1/4 of what there was. Now picture a jar of like maybe 100 cookies or something like that. Way more, obviously. And let's say you took out 10 cookies out of the jar of 100. 10 cookies is a lot more than 2, right? But you only took out 10% of the total cookies in that jar, because there was 100 cookies in that jar, and so you only took out 10. So even though 10 is bigger than 2, by taking 2 cookies out of the 8 cookie jar, you made more of an impact than taking out 10 cookies out of the 100 cookie jar. Does that make sense? I hope I explained that the best way, but that's basically proportions and ratios summed up. So yes, the ostrich egg is very big, but the adult ostrich is just that much bigger to where it literally dwarfs the size of the egg. Chicken eggs are little, but the egg is still like close to the size of the actual chicken itself, because chickens are little too. Okay, enough about math. Let's move on to question number 6. All right, question number 6. Ostriches don't have teeth, obviously, so they have to swallow blank to make the food they eat more easily digestible. A, leaves. B, pebbles or tiny rocks. Or C, sticks and shrubs. 10 seconds. Dun, 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 dun. Which of those things do ostriches swallow to make their food easily digestible, since they can't break down their food with their teeth because they don't have teeth? Leaves, pebbles, or sticks? All right, time's up. The answer is B, pebbles. I've seen it. Whoa, that was scary. Oh my goodness, Carl, chill out, bro. But I've seen it happen firsthand. I've seen the ostriches, when they were at the sanctuary, swallow pebbles, and I never understood why they were doing it, those little tiny rocks. But it's so that when they swallow actual food, like when my dad throws them grapes or whatever else they eat, the rocks they have inside of there make the food break down a little bit easier. It's very bizarre how that works, but little fun fact about ostriches. Alrighty, guys. Question number 7. This one just happened with our ostriches recently, so y'all should remember this. How long after an egg is laid and during its incubation does it take to hatch? A, about 30 days. B, about 60 days. Or C, about 90 days. So does it take an ostrich egg 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months to hatch? 10 seconds. Dun, 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 dun. I should probably put actual music instead of me trying to off-brand do game show music. What are you looking at? She's sitting there staring into my soul right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, 10 seconds is up. The answer is A. Ostrich eggs take about 30 days of incubation to hatch. If y'all remember that the eggs that turned into those 3 babies, they've been laid for about 35 to 45 days before they went poof, and then little babies came out. About 1 month. Question number 8, which seems very relevant because I'm sitting there looking at those big old eyeballs right now. All right, question number 8. Think about this one very carefully before you answer too quickly. Ostriches have the largest eyelid or eyes of any land animal, not just any bird, because we already know they're way bigger than every other bird out there, but of any land animal. Think about elephants. Think about all the other animals that have eyes that are very big. True or false? Ostriches have the biggest eyelids of any land animal. Go. Dun 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 dun. Okay. 10 seconds is about up. I kind of said that elephant thing to throw you guys off, but for those of you that didn't take the bait, the answer is true. Even despite all the large, humongous animals that are out there, ostriches still have the largest eyelids of all land animals. Crazy, huh? Sure doesn't seem like it, but 5 centimeters is pretty big. A little fun fact I'll throw in is that an ostrich's eye is so big that it's bigger than their brain. Somebody made fun of me one time because I commented on an Instagram post, and so they went to my Instagram and they found the picture of me and Carl, and they commented on it and said that you have the same size brain. The joke is that Carl's an ostrich. Ostriches have tiny brains, and so he must have thought that what I said was dumb, and so by him saying that I have a tiny brain too, I'm also dumb, is what he was trying to say. That's how he was trying to roast me. Some meanie on Instagram did that one time. Okay, question number 9 coming up. Okay, question number 9, which is another true or false question. Ostriches need to be given water every single day due to the fact that they are unable to get water from moisture or from foods they eat. 10 seconds. Dun, dun, dun. True or false to that statement I just said? Dun, 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 dun. I hear my dad making a video somewhere, in fact. I don't see him though. Where did he go? I hear his voice, but I don't see him. Where did he go? I literally hear him. Oh, there he is. I see him making a video too. Okay, the question. The answer to that question is false. Ostriches are very hardy. They can actually go several days without being given water. Obviously, we spoil our animals here. This is their forever home, so they deserve all the water they can get. As you can see, they're sitting there drinking water right now, but they don't require it. Ostriches, much like camels and other desert animals, can go many days without water if necessary, and they're able to get water from moisture and from other foods that they eat, that they swallow. The juices will kind of go, like, obviously when it's digested, the juices will nourish them as water. So yeah, that's that. And it's time for me to do my last question because they're all flocking over there to my dad. Hi. I didn't know you were videoing too. Sorry.
You're not bothering me. I won't bother you.
No, it's okay. All right. I will go ahead and film this ostrich for my last question. All right, guys, the last question. How far can an ostrich spread its wings? A, half a meter, B, 1 meter, or C, 2 meters wide? 10 seconds for the final question. Dun, 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 dun. I'll even try to give you a close look at the feathers so you can see. How wide can an ostrich spread its wings? Okay, time's up. The answer is C. An ostrich can actually spread its wings up to 2 meters wide. A lot of y'all live in the United States like I do, and so we don't use the metric system, which is what meters are under. We use the customary system. So I know that I'm not very good with my conversions from customary to metric, but I do know because when I was a kid, I was obsessed with height. Like I've told some of you before, I do know that 2 meters is the equivalent of 6'7". And the reason I know that is because when I would look up all these super tall basketball players, every single one that was 6'7", it said in parentheses 2.00 meters. So that's something that will be ingrained in my mind for probably the rest of my life due to my previous height obsession. But so picture that. Isn't that crazy to think about? Picture a 6'7" basketball player. Like, who's 6'7"? I'm trying to think. Like LeBron James, he's 6'8" with shoes, with 6'7" barefoot. Picture him, picture LeBron James, a big old humongous man, being rotated on his, like, sideways. So like LeBron James, but instead of standing upright like this, being tilted like this. That is how wide an ostrich can spread its wings in total. That's crazy. That's literally insane, you guys. Unreal. Well, all right, guys. They seem to be going over to my dad right now, so probably time for me to wrap this video up. I hope y'all enjoyed that little bit of trivia, though. Y'all be sure to let me know in the comments what kind of stuff you'd like to see. I hope you all have a great day, and as I always say, your boy Ellie out.